Hi guys, Eric here. I want to talk to you about what I've been working on over the last couple of months. Today we're going to talk about HVAC programmers that were equipped to a lot of the mid-90s General Motors front-wheel drive vehicles. These are pretty much all obsolete now. This is a very complicated system. I'm not quite sure why they decided that this was a good idea, but this is how all those vehicles with an automatic climate control work. So this is a unit right here. This is out of a 94 or 95 Cadillac Deville. We sell these all the time. We don't really get too many of them back. I just want to show you how we test them and the testing rig that I have built to test these. So now this testing rig is designed for 94 and 95 Deville only. I am working on building one for Bonnevilles for the different various years of Buick Park Avenues and LeSabres, as well as some of the Oldsmobile vehicles, and even some of the earlier Cadillacs. Now, what this pretty much does is this controls how the blend doors move. This controls the blower output. This is pretty much not the face of it, but this is the brains of the climate control operation on the vehicle. There's one connector here. This is a place where the vacuum attaches. It uses engine vacuum to move some of the blend doors. And then this is the arm that moves one of the other blend doors. So there's one of these units connected right now to my testing rig, and I'm kind of show you how this works. So I've got this all powered up here, and as you notice, this is the arm. This is a common problem on these. The arm does not move when you adjust your temperature. The motors go bad, the gears go bad. I've seen all kinds of things wrong with them. I'm going to show you that this one is good. We're going to turn the temperature up, and you're going to watch that arm move. As you can see, it's starting to move. It's a pretty strong motor. We always listen to them. Sometimes the loud ones will replace the motors on. The transmissions, we really can't get those, so we just replace the motor. I've seen some board problems leading up to the power. And I'll turn the temperature back down and show you how that works. Go all the way back down. All right, so as you can see, we always test the full range to make sure it sweeps correctly. It doesn't make any abnormal noises. I'd say there's probably about a 60% failure rate on these. It's pretty bad, but we do get a lot of good ones in, and we know how to keep them good. We clean them out of all the dust, make sure that they're ready to go, and hopefully they'll outlast your vehicle. So this is not the only thing we test on these. One of the other things that goes wrong with those is blower output, and I'm going to show you how that works. So we're going to turn the fan on, and you're going to watch the blower motor spin. Now this is kind of violent and loud, but as you can see, it works. It's on high. I'm going to turn it down to low, and it slows down. So we make sure that the blower output is operational. That is another common failure point. Not the most common. Most of the time it's this blend door here. Here, I'm going to turn the fan off here, and I'm going to show you how the other part works. So these use engine vacuum to switch some of the other blend doors. And I see a lot of problems with lack of vacuum to this unit. So sometimes these are misdiagnosed as being bad when in fact they're not getting vacuum. And here, I'll show you. This is another common problem, is this will break, and you'll see that these vacuum nipples will be broken or deteriorated. I've even seen the lines inside get clogged. That's kind of a rare thing. It's usually only when these come apart. So it's imperative that you're very careful when you pull these apart and replace it. There's a 7mm nut that holds this on, and you got to carefully pry this out. They're in there. These are 20 years old at this point, and they haven't been apart in 20 years, so you have to be delicate, especially on something from this era. So this is another part that goes wrong. So we are going to change the different modes here. I'm going to put it on defog, and we're going to turn on vacuum. This emulates engine vacuum. Let's turn that fan down. And you can hear my pump running. So, let's see here. There we go. You can hear the pump changes. Turn that fan down. Fan is quite aggressive. I am not getting vacuum to this somehow. All right. As you see, it's on defrost. You can hear the motor change pitch. That's got vacuum there. And then we're going to put it on auto. Make sure that fan stays low. And this no longer has vacuum to it. And it's now on. Let's turn the temperature all the way up. You can hear that I can feel the switches moving. Now this one has, now that the temperature's high, you can hear that this one now has vacuum. And we can go to this, and now there's no vacuum, which is what you want. So we make sure that all the vacuum switching capabilities work. We make sure that the blower output works. The only thing we do not test is AC output, because sometimes the engine control module is what handles that. And that is a common problem with that. This just uses serial data to tell the engine control module to turn the AC compressor on. If you have that problem, contact us and we'll try to help you diagnose that. Anyway, there's two different part numbers for the 94 and 95 Devilles. The most common one that goes bad is this one, which is 16180786. It is imperative that you match your part number. If they are not the same, even though the plug is the same and the connections are the same, they work differently. If you do not match your part number, it will not operate correctly. So I just want to talk about how we test these, the process involved in diagnosing these, and hopefully I shed some light on something that there's not really much information on. Hopefully this helped you fix your vehicle, and have a good day, guys.